Imagine digging into a barren hill and finding a stone temple older than every city, every pyramid, and every written word humans ever carved. Standing stones weigh tons, arranged in perfect circles, covered in animals and symbols carved by hands that supposedly didn't know farming, metal, or writing. For over a century, history books have told the same story. First came simple hunter-gatherers, then farmers, then villages, then temples. But in southeastern Turkey, at a place called Göbekli Tepe, that story has just been turned upside down. On a windswept plateau near the city of Şanlıurfa, archaeologists uncovered circular stone enclosures buried beneath a man-made hill. Radiocarbon dating and other evidence suggest some of these structures are around 11,000 to 12,000 years old, older than Stonehenge by thousands of years, older than the first cities in Mesopotamia. These are not rough camp shelters. They are carefully designed spaces with towering T-shaped pillars, some more than 5 meters tall, arranged in rings around central monoliths. On their surfaces are foxes, scorpions, vultures, snakes, wild boar, abstract symbols, and strange human-like figures. The people who built this had no pottery, no metal, no wheels, and, according to the standard model, not even permanent villages. And yet they left behind what some archaeologists call the world's oldest known temple complex. The standard timeline says religion and monumental architecture came after agriculture, as settled farmers built surplus and complex societies. Göbekli Tepe suggests the opposite might be true, that the desire to gather, build, and worship something drove humans to settle down in the first place. To plan and raise these megaliths, hundreds of people had to coordinate, transport multi-ton stones, and carve detailed reliefs with stone tools. This level of organization appears in a time often pictured as scattered bands of nomadic hunters. For many researchers, this site forces a question they never expected to ask. Did complex spiritual centers exist before what we call civilization? Göbekli Tepe is not alone. In recent years, excavations across the region known as tepeler, the stone hills, have revealed multiple related sites with similar T-shaped pillars and ritual architecture. At Karahan Tepe, for example, archaeologists uncovered a large enclosure with a central human-like statue and carved heads emerging from the walls. Reports and footage from recent years show a striking human statue with realistic facial features, dated to the same broad prehistoric horizon as these temples. Other finds include pillar-lined chambers, animal carvings, and reused sculpted stones built into later walls, suggesting an evolving ritual landscape over centuries. These discoveries hint that Göbekli Tepe wasn't a one-off anomaly, but part of a larger network of ritual sites created by people with shared ideas, symbols, and engineering knowledge. To raise stones this large, builders had to quarry, shape, move, and erect them without metal tools or beasts of burden. At many megalithic sites, archaeologists propose sledges, ropes, levers, and wooden frames, powered by coordinated human labor over long periods. But Göbekli Tepe's builders went further than simple standing stones. They carved animals in high relief, smoothing surfaces and creating crisp outlines that still survive after more than 10 millennia. Some pillars appear to represent stylized human forms, broad shoulders, hands folded in front, turning the entire enclosure into a circle of stone beings. All of this suggests social organization, shared symbolism, and technical skill far beyond the primitive hunter stereotype usually applied to this era. One of the strangest aspects of Göbekli Tepe is not just that it was built, but that it appears to have been deliberately buried. Archaeologists found that many enclosures were filled with soil, stones, and debris, sealing them off rather than simply abandoning them to erosion. This raises chilling questions. Was it a ritual closure, retiring sacred spaces after generations of use? Was it a response to climate shifts, social upheaval, or a new belief system that demanded the old centers be entombed? As more of the site and its neighbors are excavated, patterns in the backfilling and reuse of stones might reveal whether this was careful, respectful closure, or evidence of a dramatic cultural shift we still don't understand. Mainstream archaeologists generally see Göbekli Tepe as a temple complex built by early hunter-gatherers at the dawn of the Neolithic, perhaps used for seasonal gatherings, rituals, and feasting. In this view, the site marks a crucial step towards settled life, agriculture, and later civilizations. Outside academic circles, alternative researchers have suggested more radical ideas. that sites like this preserve fragments of knowledge from an older, lost culture. That global cataclysms at the end of the last ice age wiped out advanced communities, leaving behind only scattered survivors and sacred sites. That alignments, symbols, or construction methods hint at astronomical or technological understanding we still underestimate. At present, many of these claims remain speculative, and hard evidence is limited. Yet the age, complexity, and deliberate burial of these temples keep the door open to questions that make both scientists and storytellers lean in closer. What we know is this: over 11,000 years ago, on a lonely hill in Turkey, people with no cities, no writing, and no metal carved a sacred landscape in stone and then carefully buried it. What we don't know is who first imagined these pillars, what stories they told beneath them, or why they chose to hide their work from the future. As new excavations continue across Göbekli Tepe and its sister sites, more statues, chambers, and carvings are emerging from the earth, each one adding detail to a picture that still refuses to make sense. If this is what we found in just a few decades of digging, what else is still buried under the hills around us, and how many other impossible sites are waiting to be discovered? On this channel, the forgotten epochs of our past are just beginning to surface. In the next episode, we travel to another enigmatic site that seems far too advanced for its time, and ask whether it might be part of the same lost story.